Coming up on MHS1, we visit some of our local history, we see the impacts of the winter storm, we get informed on the changes for graduation this year, we hear a message from the broadcasting boys, and we revisit the meeting of February. And that's all coming up on MHS1.
Good morning, McKinney High School. Today is Friday, March 5th. I'm Rocco Pisano. That was Nia Harmon, and you're watching MHS1. Dowdy High was an all-black school in our very own city of McKinney. Nia Harmon and Madison Metcalf teach us a story about our town's history.
As Black History Month comes to a close, we have decided to highlight some of the Black history right here at McKinney High, Dowdy High School.
So Dowdy High School was a school that was originally called Douglas High School. A gentleman by the name of Ed Dowdy moved into town as a teacher and quickly became a principal. And upon him getting close to retirement, they went ahead and named the school Dowdy High School. Back in the 1800s, schools were segregated, right? So early 1960s, there was a court decision that said that we're going to desegregate the schools, which meant that the students that were going to Dowdy High School, that school was going to be closed, and then the students are going to be integrated into the McKinney ISD system.
Former students of Dowdy can still recall what it was like transitioning from their segregated school to the newly integrated McKinney High School.
I am Dorothy Shaw. I attended Dowdy High School Elementary School for grades 1st through 7th, and I'm a graduate of McKinney High School, 1971. I don't know how the adults felt about it, but I knew I didn't want to transfer schools at that time, and I'm assuming it was maybe half and half. I think we adjusted quite well. Our teachers had always taught us that we're somebody. We were always taught that we were smart and intelligent. When we went to McKinney High, that was our attitude.
Although Dowdy closed in 1966, its legacy and the impact it left on its students still lives on.
I think it should be remembered for caring teachers. They were all part of the community and made the very best of the situation for us students. They gave us a lot of love. They instilled in us pride, discipline, and dignity.
This has been Nia Harmon and Maddie Metcalf reporting for MHS1.
Thousands of Texans were left without power and water due to the record-breaking snowstorm that occurred a few weeks ago. Ashton Benatar, Charles Prindeville, and Ryan Dowdy bring us a story that shows us how the storm has impacted us locally.
Around mid-February, millions of Texans experienced a week of freezing temperatures and snow. This weather led to many of the citizens experiencing rolling blackouts. Our students here at McKinney High School have some wild stories for us.
Well, our power went out at about 10 a.m. and at first we thought, it'd be back in about an hour, and it didn't. So for 4 or 5 days.
It was very unexpected. I didn't think it was going to turn off our power. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of snow. We'd still have power. We just wouldn't have school for a week. But no, for some people, it took their power and their water. Lucky for us, we still had water. With the ice, it was too much ice on the road, so we couldn't really go anywhere. So we were just stuck in the house, freezing for days. My pipes didn't freeze because luckily we kept the water on, so that we kept it like real small drops so that it wouldn't freeze. Cause I heard that their pipes busted and stuff, and a bunch of stuff, so they couldn't stay in the house. They had to leave. It was cold, but we stayed in there, so we just bundled up every time we stayed inside so that we wouldn't hyperventilate, freeze. The only thing it was, we didn't have any damages, luckily. So we just had ice all around the roads. So we just we just waited for all the ice to melt and everything got back to normal, I say.
Downstairs in my house, the pipes froze, and the thing is, without power on, we couldn't get the water heater wouldn't work, and so everything just froze over, and it also caused a few pipes to burst. We should always prepare ourselves. I don't know what I could really do or what me and my family could do about the power thing, though. I mean, it's more state level kind of stuff. But I mean, before we went to the store and stocked up, I guess stock up a little bit more, because if there's nothing to do, all I wanted to do was eat, so.
This has been Ryan Dowdy, Ashton Benatar, and Charles Prinville reporting for MHS1.
With what originally started out as Negro History Week in February of 1926, pioneered by historian Carter G. Wilson, the month of February has been set aside to honor influential Black figures throughout history.
I believe the origin of Black History Month is to honor and celebrate those who paved the way for Black liberation and inclusivity.
One thing I love about Black History Month is African Americans or Black people just expressing their heritage, the culture, and their Blackness.
I think people should really focus on the Black individuals and the culture and like how it's inspired movements and prosperity within our people and our community.
Black History Month is an opportunity for African American students to have representation and learn about people who have paved the way for African American equality in the United States.
One African American figure I feel like we should focus more on is just Michelle Obama, because she's a queen. Like everything she's done before the White House and after the White House, I feel like she's definitely someone that young girls can just look up to.
One African American figure I'd focus on this month is Cicely Tyson. She's had to be one of like the oldest Black actresses in Hollywood, and she's done shows like How to Get Away with Murder. She's been in like everything, and she's won like numerous awards. I think Cicely Tyson is just like an embodiment, like somebody who's just like powerful, strong, and just a courageous woman.
If you are interested in learning more about notable African American figures, feel free to follow Black Student Union on Instagram at bsu.mhs and attend the monthly meetings every last Monday of the month from 2:45 to 3:15. All are welcome, no matter your race. This has been Nia Harmon and Maddie Metcalf reporting for MHS1.
Many of our students have been feeling down due to the lack of MORP. Our broadcasting boys give us a message on why they are the medicine.
Hey, has the lack of MORP been leaving you empty? Maybe you need a broadcasting boy.
Editing MHS1 used to be such a hassle, but with the broadcasting boys, it's a breeze.
And broadcasting boys are some of the greatest manual laborers you'll ever find.
Come on, broadcasting boys.
MHS1 is not responsible for any damages to broadcasting boys prior to shipping. May cause streaks of joy, eternal happiness, heart failure caused by too much love, and undying delight.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Lions. Please make sure to follow us on Twitter at Mainstream News and on Instagram at MHS Mainstream. And remember, if it's news
And it's at McKinney High School, it's MHS1.